So we'll begin off by asking what is ethics. So while talking about ethics, we must have a very clear-cut idea of what exactly is ethics. Is ethics morals? No. Is ethics values? No. Ethics, morals and values are highly interrelated to each other, but they are all distinct in their own identity. So first we must have a definition of what is ethics to understand what is, the boundaries of ethics and what is ethics and what does not come under ethics. Emotional intelligence. So while looking at the ethics syllabus, emotional intelligence is the fourth topic in the syllabus. And the syllabus goes like this: emotional intelligence, it has the keywords of concepts, utilities and application, administration and governance. So it's a relatively simple topic, it's a relatively small topic, but it's a highly relevant topic because every year there are at least one or two questions based upon the topic of emotional intelligence. So to give a very simple definition of corporate governance, it can be defined as a set of principles. That is the first thing, which ensures that a company is run in the best interest of all its stakeholders. Ensure this term, all its stakeholders. Corporate governance talks about ensuring that it's a set of principles which ensures that a company is run in the best interest of all its stakeholders. It is not meant towards one person dominating the company, but ensuring that each and every person who has a stake in the company, all of the interests are merged and it is run towards the best interests of all of the stakeholders. So the code of conduct is generally the do's and don'ts of an organization, what you can do and what you should not do. And it is a set of rules, regulations and guidelines. Unlike unlike code of ethics, which is a guideline. Both of them are written down. But if I have to compare, I would like to say that the code of conduct is more similar to the fundamental right, whereas the code of ethics is more similar to the directive principles of state policy. Now, for those who are not aware, you will be learning it in your polity, but that is the general idea. The code of conduct restricts you from doing certain things and wants you to do certain things. While looking at a fight scene, maybe in a movie, while looking at a fight scene, we may feel a kind of energy or an adrenaline boost while looking at a fight scene. That is a different kind of attitude we have. If we are looking at something adventurous, somebody going on a travel, trekking towards the Himalayas, or skydiving or paragliding, we may have either a fearful attitude or we may have a more adventurous attitude. So what you need is a working definition, a definition which you yourself can create by yourself, and you can put it in the paper, which addresses all parts of the question, which addresses all parts of the keyword. That is the idea behind a working definition. So we'll be trying to build a working definition for aptitude. A citizen charter, it is a written agreement or undertaking between a public service provider or an organization and the citizens or the beneficiary, which provides a set of standards of service. That is the definition of citizen charter. So I did not take this topic earlier because this is a bit of a dry topic. And now, whereas the psychology part is a bit more easier to understand. Once that is done, we are now going to this topic because now you have an idea of what is attitude, aptitude and all that stuff. You understand the need for definitions, and this is the very theory part of ethics, like what is the evolution of ethics, what is values, what is morals, and all that stuff combined comes in this part. So while preparing for mains, many people do give immense focus upon the optionals and the GS 1, 2, 3 papers. Comparatively, they don't give focus for ethics and essay. So why ethics and essay are important? If you look at the ethics paper, it comes for 250 marks. Same case for ethics and essay, both of them have 250 marks. You combine it, you get for 500 marks. And it is very easy to score marks in the ethics and the essay paper when you look at the effort which you have to put for the GS 1, 2, 3 and the optional papers. But please understand, the idea of this class is not to give gas to you, not give you so much material that you are all overwhelmed by it, but to give you clear-cut definitions of it, so that whenever you read something, the definition should come in your mind, you should write it, and then you can build upon it. So we'll be getting the building work, we'll be doing it through the case study classes, we'll be doing it through the individual mentorship. That is how we can build it. So I don't want to give you too much gas, neither do I want to make this video a bit large, because it is always going to irritate you if you're looking at a video which is generally a dry subject like ethics, and if I give you a 2-hour, 3-hour video, it's always going to be irritating.